HP just showed up to CES 2026 with something that makes every Windows laptop in the room look a little embarrassing. They built a full AI PC inside a keyboard, not attached to a keyboard, not wirelessly synced to a keyboard. Inside one. You plug it into any monitor, connect a mouse, and you have a functioning Windows workstation. The keyboard is the computer. HP pulled this off precisely because nobody is really buying into the Windows AI laptop dream the way Microsoft hoped. While Microsoft has spent 2 years telling the world that Copilot plus PCs are going to change everything, the data tells a much more complicated story. The device is called the HP EliteBoard G1, a next-gen AI PC. It was announced on January 5, 2026 at CES in Las Vegas, and it won a CES 2026 Innovation Award, which is not a marketing badge. It is a recognition voted on by an independent panel of engineers and journalists. From the outside, it looks exactly like a standard low-profile office keyboard. Full-sized, 93 keys, number pad included. It is 12 millimeters thin. It weighs under 750 grams, which is lighter than most hardcover books. If you put it in your bag alongside a tablet, you would not notice the extra weight. Inside that chassis, HP has packed an AMD Ryzen AI 300 series processor, specifically the Kraken Point family, with configurations including the Ryzen AI 7 350, Ryzen AI 5 340, and Ryzen AI 5 330. These are real mobile processors, the same class of chip you would find in a premium business laptop today. The neural processing unit built into those chips delivers over 50 TOPS, that stands for trillion operations per second, TOP, which is the measure of how fast the chip can handle AI workloads locally, without sending anything to the cloud. That 50 TOPS figure clears Microsoft's own threshold of 40 TOPS that they require for a device to qualify as a Copilot plus PC. So the EliteBoard is not a compromise or a cut-down product. It qualifies for the full suite of Windows AI features. Memory goes up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. Storage goes up to 2 terabytes of NVMe SSD. Both are user upgradable. You can open the case and swap out the RAM sticks or the storage drive without specialized tools. That is something most laptops, including many premium business laptops, cannot offer. Graphics come from AMD's integrated Radeon 800M series, which handles the display output. And speaking of display output, the EliteBoard can drive up to 4 4K monitors at 60 frames per second simultaneously. 4 screens from a keyboard. Connectivity runs through 2 ports on the back, a USB 4.0 port and a USB 3.2 Gen 2 port, both of which handle power delivery and video output. The device comes in 2 variants, one with a permanently attached USB-C cable and one with a detachable cable. The attached version also comes with an additional USB 4 port to compensate. Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6.0 are on board. There are dual microphones and stereo speakers built into the chassis, so for video calls, you do not need anything extra. An optional fingerprint sensor handles biometric login. The keyboard itself is spill-resistant and carries MILSTD 810 certification, which is a military-grade durability standard used frequently in enterprise hardware. HP also offers an optional built-in battery, a 35 watt-hour cell that the company says provides around 3.5 hours of active use. That sounds modest, but consider the use case. You carry this to the office, plug it in. You carry it to a client meeting room where there is a screen, plug it in. On the rare occasion you are somewhere with no power access for a few hours, the battery keeps you going, and the device manages its thermal output carefully. HP says users will not feel heat through the keyboard surface while typing. Security is handled by HP Wolf Security for Business, which operates at the firmware level to protect against hardware attacks. The device also carries TUV certification for low noise operation. It ships with Windows 11 Pro for Business pre-installed. HP says the EliteBoard G1A will be available for purchase directly from HP's website starting in March 2026. Pricing has not been announced yet, but the target market is clearly enterprise IT departments, shared desk environments, corporate deployments. HP's own claim, which they back up with a written disclaimer, is that as of January 2026, this is the world's first full AI PC built into a keyboard. No other commercially available product combines a high-performance NPU, enterprise-grade CPU, full memory storage, and I/O ports within a standalone keyboard chassis. HP did not make this device because it is a fun engineering exercise. They made it because they identified a real behavioral pattern in the workplace and decided to build hardware specifically around it. Their 2025 Work Relationship Index, a large-scale study HP conducts annually, found that only 44% of workers believe their current technology actually fits their working style. That is fewer than half. HP's product team looked at what was happening at real desks across hybrid offices and noticed something: a lot of professionals were using their premium laptops with the lid shut. They were connecting them to external monitors, external keyboards, external mice, essentially turning their laptops into mini desktops they never actually looked at. The laptop's screen, the laptop's keyboard, the laptop's trackpad, all unused, all day. They were paying for a portable device and using it like a fixed one. HP's logic was simple. If that is already how people are working, why not build a product designed specifically for that workflow? Why carry a 1.3-kilogram laptop with a 14-inch screen you never open when you could carry a 750-gram keyboard that has everything you need? The form factor also solves a real problem in hot desking environments: the offices where employees do not have assigned seats. In those setups today, you typically either carry a laptop everywhere, or you rely on a shared fixed desktop that has none of your personal data or settings. The Elite board offers a third option: carry the keyboard, which is your computer, plug it into whichever screen is available, and your entire personal environment is right there instantly. Your files, your apps, your preferences, your login, all traveling with you in something that weighs less than a liter bottle of water. The keyboard PC concept itself is not new. Commodore made keyboard computers in the early 1980s. The Raspberry Pi 400, released in 2020, and its successor, the Raspberry Pi 500, in late 2024, both put a computer inside a keyboard. But those are aimed at hobbyists and education. HP's Elite board is built for enterprise deployment, with active management support, enterprise security, a commercial warranty, user replaceable components, and current x86 Windows hardware. The category existed. The execution is what is new. HP built this device in the context of an AI PC market that has not performed the way anyone promised it would. The numbers look big on the surface, but they hide a deeper problem. Gartner projected that AI PCs would represent 31% of the total global PC market by the end of 2025, totaling about 77.8 million units. That sounds impressive. But Gartner's own senior research director, Ranjit Atwal, stated explicitly that AI PC adoption in 2025 is slowing. The reasons he cited include economic uncertainty and tariff-related hesitation, but those are the macro factors. The product-level problems run deeper. Every other major PC manufacturer has been making the same fundamental argument. Here is a laptop or a desktop, and now it has an NPU, and the NPU is good for AI. The value proposition rests entirely on software that has not fully arrived yet. HP's Elite board argument is structurally different. It is not saying, buy this because of what AI will eventually do. It is saying, buy this because of what it physically is right now. The device solves a concrete, immediate problem: the awkwardness and inefficiency of carrying a full laptop to a desk you then ignore. It solves it today without needing a single AI feature to activate. The NPU is there for when the software catches up. But the value you get on day one is not AI. It is freedom from the tower. It is the ability to carry your entire workstation in a bag pocket. It is plugging into any screen anywhere and being immediately in your own environment. That is a fundamentally different product argument, and it happens to be one that does not collapse if the AI software layer fails to materialize on schedule. The modular design reinforces this, because the Elite board uses standard laptop components: DDR, 5SO, DIMM RAM slots, an M.2N VME storage bay. IT departments can repair or upgrade individual components instead of replacing the entire unit when something fails. HP's own analysis suggests that swapping a RAM module costs in the range of $50 to $150 versus $800 or more for a full device replacement. For enterprise deployments at scale, that TCO difference compounds significantly over a multi-year life cycle. There are legitimate questions about the device's limitations. Analysts who spoke to Computer World noted that organizations deploying the Elite board at scale would need to ensure every location has a compatible monitor with USB-C input, something that is not yet universal in every office environment. IT departments would also need to account for a new device category in their support and spares inventory. These are real operational considerations, not hypothetical concerns, and they will affect how quickly enterprises adopt the form factor. The personal computer industry is in an unusual position right now. The hardware has genuinely improved dramatically. The software to justify that hardware has not kept pace. And consumers and enterprise buyers are sophisticated enough to recognize that gap. Gartner forecasts that AI PCs will surpass 55% of total global PC shipments by 2026, and that by 2029 they will be effectively the entire market. The Futurum Group projects a 38% compound annual growth rate for AI PCs over the next 5 years. IDC has projected AI PC penetration growing from 5% in 2023 to 94% by 2028. These trajectories are not in dispute. What is in dispute is what is actually driving them. If the answer is software that people find genuinely useful, that is a healthy market. If the answer is manufacturers simply stopped making non-AI PCs, so buyers have no choice, that is a different story, and arguably a more fragile one. HP's Elite board does not resolve that tension for the industry, but it does something interesting. It bets on a form factor that has immediate, tangible value, independent of how the AI software race unfolds. The keyboard as a computer is a solution to a real workplace problem that exists today, with or without Copilot features. If the AI software layer develops the way Microsoft hopes, the Elite board gets better. If it does not, the Elite board is still useful. That is a more resilient product argument than most of what we have seen in the AI PC space. And it is a quiet signal that at least one major PC manufacturer has concluded that selling the dream of AI is no longer enough on its own. The HP Elite board G1A is not going to replace the laptop. It is not going to collapse Microsoft's PC ecosystem, but it is a genuine, verifiable, first-of-its-kind product that rethinks what a desktop workstation physically needs to be. And it arrives at a moment when the rest of the Windows AI PC industry is struggling to answer a much simpler question: why should anyone care? HP's answer with the Elite board is not because of AI. Their answer is because your work is already mobile, your data should be too, and it should all fit in your keyboard bag.